Hello everyone, I am back with another live video. So this is HIS-jules Purpose. I am the face behind HIS-jules Purpose, behind the brand HIS-jules Purpose. I am also Julie Ann Simpson, that's my government name. So just want to say hi to everyone who is tuning in, everyone who follows, everyone who likes, everyone who subscribes, everyone who's connected to me on social media. I really wanted to do a multi-stream to just stream across my other platforms, but it's a little bit tricky. I'll try to figure it out. So I'll just speak to you guys first here on the HIS-jules Purpose Facebook, and I will get to my other platforms afterwards. So thank you all for joining. I know a lot of you are very new to me. It may be your first time interacting with me live. So again, I am HIS-jules Purpose. My name is Julie Ann Simpson. You can call me Jules, and it's a pleasure having you all here. As you get on, please like the video, share it. Please share it. I'm very excited. Today is a great day for me because today I became a published author. I am officially an author. I have just published my very first book. It's called You're Not Really Alone. Discover how to overcome obstacles, find your purpose, and heal from trauma. Now, I wrote this book because hold on guys, I'm gonna tell you. Let me just invite a few people in, and while you're watching, please do the same. Just give me a minute. Let me invite a few people so then they don't say, oh, you went live and I didn't know. Just give me a minute. So please share the live. Share. I have a favor to ask of you guys. I wrote my book, and when I wrote this book, I didn't just want to write a book. I wanted to write a best-selling book. You know, I wanted to write a book that impact people, that inspired people, that people can think, deeply on, people be blessed by it. So my goal is to become #1 bestseller on Amazon. I'm already a bestseller, but I didn't just write a bestseller book. I wrote a #1 best-selling book. I wrote a #1 best-selling book. Let me just get a few people in here. I know some people are busy. Some people are just getting from work. Some people are on their way to church. Some people are getting home to unwind, to relax. Okay, it's a few minutes, sharing across the board on all my platforms. And there's a lot. Me sharing some of these groups, get the word out there. Okay, I think that's good. And my regular page. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much. Thank you, Marletha, Denise, Nara. Thank you all for joining in. Okay, so again, this is Julie Ann Simpson. You know me as HIS-jules Purpose on social media, and today is a special day for me. Today is the day when I became a published author. I published my first book, and it's titled You're Not Really Alone. Discover how to overcome obstacles, find your purpose, and heal from trauma. Now, let me explain the history and why this day is very significant for me. April 22nd, 4 years ago, my father passed away. Unfortunately, that was a news that I didn't think I would ever hear, at least not at this stage in my life. But he passed away, and that loss, it really took a toll on me. I literally felt as though half of me had died. I really, really loved my dad, and I it was really bad. It really affected me emotionally, and I felt alone. Um, and because of that grief, it also caused me to have different emotional, you know, a different emotional whatever, you know. I'm a little bit flustered right now, but forgive me. When you guys read the book, you'll understand. But dealing with that grief, it was very hard. It was really, really hard. And the pandemic, fast forward, the pandemic, seeing a lot of people losing loved ones, similar to how I felt when I lost my dad. I saw where a lot of people, they were having mental health issues. A lot of people were going through depression, as I did when I had just lost my dad. A lot of people were just going through a lot of negative emotions because of that grief, and that's what grief does to people. There's different stages of grief. So that's why therapy is very important. So I've always wanted to write a book, even before my dad passed, because I have experienced a lot of obstacles, setbacks in my life. I was molested when I was 9 years old. That's the biggest thing, that's the biggest traumatic effect that has happened to me, and it did affect me later on in my life. Um, Growing up, I had blocked out memories, but there was a boiling point where um I don't know, something triggered, and that's what trauma does, it can be a trigger, and then there's a trauma response. And then I realized that, wow, I'm really bothered, and I really didn't know that it was still bothering me. But that's all it takes, because sometimes when we're going through things, we're going through our own traumas, and then we bottle these things, and we bottle them. There's layers and layers and layers over the years, and then it just take one little incident to happen, and then boom, you explode, and then there you go. You have a Will Smith, Chris Rock um experience, so to speak. You just begin to behave out of character, do something crazy, um, or out of character, or whatever the case may be. In my case, I realized that I had anger and things like that because of the trauma that I had experienced. So these are some of the things that I address in my book, so as to help people. But the pandemic, I saw the toll that it had on people. And the thing is with me, even though I've been through difficult and tough situations, I have always had a strong mindset. I've always been strong-willed. I shouldn't say always, because when I was younger, I did have low self-esteem. I didn't know I was loved. I didn't know I was beautiful. I didn't know that I had a purpose on my life until God told me that. So when God told me I have a purpose on my life, that is what gave me the confidence to go after whatever it is that I know I deserve, and that's what I do. That's my mindset. That's the reason why I am so confident in that's the reason why I'm so confident in whatever I do, and that's the reason why I love to encourage and inspire other people to do the same and to find their purpose. Now, I wrote You're Not Really Alone because I saw that people were feeling alone and lost and forsaken and going through the depression, and I wanted them to know that it doesn't matter what you're going through, you are not alone. You are not really alone, even if you feel alone. Because how many of you've been in situations where you have a lot of people around you, but it's like you're completely alone. You don't have anyone to talk to, or it feels as though you don't have anyone to talk to. You don't know where to go. You feel like there's no hope. maybe you lost someone, maybe you lost a loved one to death. You're grieving the loss of a loved one, you're grieving the loss of a relationship, maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe you're going through a setback, you're going through something, and that thing has created that void. That thing has allowed you to feel as though you're completely alone. So I'm here to reassure you, no, you're not really alone. And this is what I do in my book. In my book, I teach you how to overcome obstacles. I have had to overcome many obstacles. Many obstacles. Every successful person will tell you that they had to fail many times. They had to overcome a lot of setbacks in order to achieve their goals. What is your setback? What is it that you're trying to achieve? What is it that you're looking to accomplish, but there's this obstacle there? You can bypass that thing. You can, as long as you're determined and you continuously fight. You do not give up. As long as you do not give up, you will achieve, you will persevere. Sometimes a setback is good. Sometimes a setback allows us to regain our strength, to learn new strategies, to grow, to improve. So we should never look at it as a negative. We should always see it as an opportunity to grow. We should also look at it as a testimony in the making. I don't know, some of you here, I don't know the faith that you have. If you don't know, I am a Christian, so I'm going to speak to you from the Christian perspective. That is the perspective that I come at. That is what really gives me the strength. If you ask me, why do I stay confident? Why do I stay motivated? It's my faith in God. It's my trust in God, and it's his promises to me. So this is what I do in my book. I try to impart the same knowledge, the same wisdom, the same whatever the same inspiration that I have acquired over the years. This is what I try to impart in my book. For those of you who are Christian, and even if you're not a Christian, I'm pretty sure you will grow, you will learn from this. As long as you are someone of faith, you believe in God, you will definitely learn something. In my book, I teach you how to overcome how to survive, rather. So surviving the Christian life and striving in your relationship with God. For those of us who actually serve God in the sense of we're active in ministry, not necessarily a pastor. You could be a pastor, you could be someone in maybe worship or praise and worship, or you could be in different ministry, or even if you're not active in your church but you still do something for the kingdom of God, you will learn that it is a life of survival. It's not easy. If you're doing it wholeheartedly, you are going to face opposition. So in my book, I teach you how to survive, how to strive in your relationship with God. Because as long as you're doing something good, the enemy is going to come against you, and you're going to feel like you want to give up. You're going to feel like you want to throw in the towel. And how many people have done that? Someone says something, someone hurt them, and then they're ready to give up. They're ready to quit their position. They're ready to leave. They're ready to just move on to the next thing, even if the next thing is in the pits of hell, just because of an offense. Now, is that worth it? No, it's not. So, and you're not really alone. I am telling you that God is with you, even if you feel that you are alone in that wilderness. You feel like you're alone in that pit. I also talk about overcoming trauma. As I mentioned before, I had experienced childhood abuse, and I tell you how you can heal and move on from that. It's very important to grow and to heal and to move on from all the traumas, and not to carry it on to your next relationship, or to carry it on to your even your business, whatever it is. It's not good to walk around with baggages because it's unhealthy and it makes you toxic. Now, it should not, what I've just said should not be taken in the negative, but it should be something to think on. God wants us to be healthy beings, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally in every aspect of our life. Even if you're not the most spiritual person, but you have some fear of God, you should understand that trauma is not healthy. Your mental health needs to be stable. Your mental health needs to be good. You need to be whole. So if you have been through any form of trauma or abuse, getting help in the form of therapy or counseling, speaking to someone about that hurt, it will help you tremendously. And that's what I've done, and that's what I teach others to do. Trauma can really affect a person, you know. I speak also about how to find your purpose. As I mentioned before, there was a time when I didn't know my purpose. I don't know if you are aware of your purpose. God bless you if you are, but some people, they don't. And because they don't know their purpose, then that's when they want to throw in the towel and just give up on life. Some people become suicidal because they're so overwhelmed with the pressure, and they feel like they don't have the motivation, they don't have the will, they don't have any meaning or reason to continue with this life. But it doesn't matter what you're going through. Don't allow that thing to hinder you at all. Don't allow that thing to cause you to lose hope. There's greatness within you, and you can overcome it. You can overcome it. You can walk out of that thing victoriously. So I have a lot of gems and jewels in my book, but my ask is that you help me. I would like to become #1 bestseller on Amazon. That's a desire for me. I believe in doing my best. I didn't just write the book just to write the book. I wanted to inspire everyone, but I also wanted to be #1 best-selling author. I do the same thing for the homeless over 26 years. I love it. Okay, God bless you, Cecil. That's wonderful, wonderful. Yes, it's good to give back to others. It's good to extend our time and to serve. We shouldn't be selfish at all. Whatever gifts that we have, whatever it is that God has blessed us, it's not just for us and our loved ones alone. It's for us to share and to be a blessing. So again, please go to Amazon. The link is somewhere there in the description. I'll appreciate it. I have my book in the ebook format, and the hardcover is also available. The paperback should have been available now. This is the paperback. However, there was an issue. I believe Amazon said there was an issue with the spine right here with their printing, so that has been resolved. So I'm waiting on them to make the book available on the store, their Amazon store, so that you can go ahead and enjoy it. So I'm hoping that it will be available tomorrow, because the correction was made today. But yes, that's it. So the hardcover is available. The paperback hopefully tomorrow. The ebook is available for you to download and enjoy. And I will be, as promised, I will be doing the audiobook. It should have been done today. However, to be honest with you, I've been very tired. I've been tired and exhausted, and I couldn't finish it in time for today. So I'm going to work on that and have it ready for those of you who want to listen to the book in the form of audio. That will also be a blessing. So feel free to ask any questions if you have, but my ask is that you go to the link and also just purchase the book, even if it's the ebook. please help me to get to number 1. This morning I was at 8, number 8. And I looked not too long ago and I was at number 10. So if you guys work now, you'll get me up to number 1. You will. You'll get me to number 1. I would be really, really, really happy about that. I'll be really, really happy about that. But it's a pleasure speaking to you guys. Let me sip on some water. But inform me of all your books. I can give them to the homeless. Oh, they need inspiration and spirituality. Of course, so you can go to my website. The link is there in the description box. And if you'd like to bless the homeless with the books, awesome. That'll be really good. I'm sure they'll be blessed by that. They need the inspiration, they need the motivation, and they need hope. They need reassurance. They need to know that they too can overcome. And just because they're facing a bad situation or a challenge right now, it doesn't mean that they won't overcome. One of my mentors on Clubhouse, as I do go on that app a lot. In case you're not familiar with that app, it's a social media app. I do go on there, and one of my mentors on there, she used to be homeless. She used to be homeless, and she's a multimillionaire. She's a multimillionaire right now, because she had a determination, she had a dream, she had a goal, she had her passion, and she persevered. And you too can. Tyler Perry, he used to be homeless, and you see how he is right now. You see how God turned his situation around. So it's also a learning lesson. Never judge a person. Never judge a person by the chapter that you walked in on, because you don't know how God will transform their life. And even if a person is in a low situation now, it doesn't mean that their life cannot be elevated at all. If that person has determination, they will succeed and they will achieve. All right, guys, so thank you so much. Please go ahead and share this video. Continue to just like, share, and just spread the word. Let others know that you're not really alone. Even if you feel alone, you're not really alone. You're not really alone. Don't forget that you're not really alone. All right, guys, so I'll catch you in the comment section. I don't know if I'll come back tonight. Maybe I will. I'm not sure. I'm going to run to the other platforms now. So you have a blessed one. And please go ahead and support me. I'll appreciate it. All right. So you have a wonderful night. And thank you again. Bye-bye. I forgot how to turn this thing off. Oh. Okay. Bye, guys. Yes, I used to be homeless for 5 years. Now, I'm sorry, my glasses. I used to be homeless for 5 years. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not seeing properly out of this thing. Let's see. Look, that can help. Okay. All right. It sounds as though you're saying you used to be homeless for 5 years, but it sounds as though you're in a better position right now. I apologize. I'm not seeing clearly out of my glasses right now. I don't know. All right, guys. We'll talk to you another time. Have a blessed one.